Hello, my name is Michael and I'm your Texan teacher. First part, we talked about an introduction to the initial vocabulary. Right now we are just working with food and drinks, okay? Then in part 2, we worked with to be, okay? Now here in part 3, we're going to get into conversation, okay? So, and this is going to contain 5 parts, more or less, within this lesson, is that we're going to have our greetings, our questions, answers, being kind, please, thank you, you're welcome, and goodbye, ways of saying goodbye. So let's start with our greetings. 1, you could say hello. There's one way of greeting somebody. A more informal way of greeting somebody can be with hi. The part of speech that greetings fall under are interjections. Interjections are words that show emotion. Hello, hi. Now, if the emotion is very strong, you put exclamation points. If it's not, you can put a period. But you could also put a comma, okay, followed by something else. So it could be exclamation point, okay, or it could be a comma. Hello, my name is Michael. Now if I just say hello, my name is Michael, put a comma there. My name is Michael. Okay, and so then I put a comma because I'm not putting a lot of emotion into that. Okay, but if I have a lot of emotion, hello, right? Just exclamation, hi. Okay, so there is 2 greetings. Now, there's obviously more colloquial ways, or different regions have different dialects and different ways that they may greet you. This is more accepted with informal English, like hello, hi. A very, very common colloquial way of saying it may be something like what's up. It was made extremely famous with the Budweiser commercials. Okay, what's up? Okay, now you could start off a conversation with a question like how are you, but it's not technically really a greeting, it's a question. So you have, and actually what's up is also a question in reality, okay? So they say, what's up? Okay, but we are actually trying to reach you. Now, formal greetings, they could be related to the time of day. Could be something like, good morning. Okay. Good afternoon. Or good evening. Okay. Notice I did not put good night. If you are a Spanish speaker, buenas noches can be used as a greeting. But if you want to say buenas noches to greet somebody in English, use good evening, because good night is going to be in the goodbye section when we are saying goodbye because we want to go to sleep at nighttime. So if I'm telling you goodbye at nighttime because I want to go to sleep, then I could use good night. Okay, so these are some basic greetings, just saying hello, hi, or something like that. Now let's look at some questions, okay? We'll go ahead and erase this here. And we'll do the questions with red and the answers with black. So you could ask questions like, how are you? This is one of the first things most people learn how to ask. How are you? There are actually several forms of this. Okay, In formal English, a lot of times when they're teaching English to people for the first time, they keep it simple, but how are you, like this. But there's actually an even more formal, probably more an older form. How are you doing is also acceptable. Okay? And using the gerund. Okay? How are you? How are you doing? Okay? How's it going? Probably a little less formal. How's it going? Okay? If you already know the person and you haven't seen them in a little while, you may say something like, how, and I'm using a contraction here, literally it's how, okay? So this would be, write it out, how, have, in the contraction, how you been? How have you been? And so, how have forms a contraction, how have you been? And you'll notice a lot of people when they pronounce you will sound more like yeah. How have you been? Okay? So these are ways of asking a person, okay, well here would be ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está usted? Okay. Now, how are you doing is literally the same thing, more or less. It's just probably more formal, older way of doing it, with doing. How are you doing? How's it going? ¿Cómo te va? Okay. ¿Cómo le va a usted? How have you been? Okay, literally it says something like ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Cómo te ha ido? Okay. And so you have this option. It's been a while since you've seen the person. And so we could answer it. And so we're using to be here. I'm well. I'm fine. I'm okay. Okay. But things aren't always good. I'm not. Okay. And you can even use it. I'm not doing very well. Okay. I'm not fine. I'm not okay. I'm sick. So you may have something like the flu. Okay. So it might not be good. I'm sad. Okay. I'm depressed. Okay. Now, if it's sort of not great, but not bad either, we use an expression in Texas. It says, I can't complain. And I can't complain. Literally in Spanish it would be no me puedo quejar. Okay, no me quejo. I can't complain. It's not so great, but it's not so bad that I'm going to complain either. So I can't complain. Okay, so there are several options that you have available for answers. Okay? Let's look at some other questions. How old are you? Okay. Where are you from? What is your favorite? And because we're talking about food in our vocabulary, let's make sure we get that in there. What is your favorite food? Okay? Okay. When were you born? Okay. When is your birthday? Who is your sister? Okay. Who is she? Okay. Yeah, so I think this is a good first set of questions, right? How old are you? I'm gonna spell it out. Usually people just write the numbers, right? Okay. I am 35 years old, right? And you say your age right in this place. 35 years old, right? So I am 35 years old, and I put it in English, spelled it out. Okay, it refers to this number right here. Okay, so next we got where are you from? And write the answer. For me, I'm from Texas. Okay. And this is the place right here. I am from Texas. What is your favorite food? And you could answer my favorite food. And so we were talking about food in our vocabulary, right? So it says my favorite food is, and then you could put something. Let's put something from over here. My favorite food is soy. Using our vocabulary. Okay. Okay. When were you born? I was born. Okay. When? So I was born on January 1st, 1985. And so here's the answer right there. I was born on January 1st, 1985. When is your birthday? Well, my birthday is January 1st. Okay? Who is your sister? Okay, so my sister, we're going to put somebody. My sister is Amber. Answer. Birthday is an answer. Who is she? I say she is, and I say maybe you're looking at somebody. It says pointing at somebody. Who is she? Who is that woman there? Who is she? And then you're answering. She is my mother, for example. Okay? Okay. And there you have answers. Now, Spanish translations, right? So we said that this was ¿Cómo está? Or ¿Cómo estás? How are you doing? It's basically the same thing. ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo le va a usted? ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Cómo te ha ido? Okay. Estoy bien. Okay. Estoy bien mean the same thing. Some people prefer I'm well as something very formal that you would say to your teacher in the university. I'm fine. I'm not doing very well. No estoy muy bien. Okay. I'm sick. Estoy enfermo. Okay. I'm sad. Estoy triste. I'm depressed. Estoy deprimido. I can't complain. No me puedo quejar. How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Okay. I'm 35 years old. Tengo 35 años. Okay. Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? You notice de is right here. De dónde eres. Where are you from? Literally, ¿dónde eres de? ¿Dónde eres de? De dónde eres. Okay. So the order gets changed around a little bit in English. I'm from Texas. Soy de Texas. What is your favorite food? ¿Cuál es tu comida favorita? My favorite food is soy. Mi comida favorita es soya. When were you born? ¿Cuándo naciste? I was born on January 1st, 1985. Yo nací el 1 de enero de 1985. When is your birthday? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Mi cumpleaños es 1 de enero. So my birthday is January 1st. Okay? Who is your sister? ¿Quién es tu hermana? Mi hermana es Amber. My sister is Amber. Who is she? ¿Quién es ella? Ella es mi madre. She is my mother. There's some basic questions you can begin to look at, analyze, and try to understand and use. Modify them for your personal use. Okay? Modify the answers to personalize them for you. If somebody asks you this question, how would you personally respond? Okay? And next class, we're going to go to part 4. And then, see, we were dealing with these nouns over here in the very, very beginning. We're going to add on more verbs in part 4 that deals with food, so that we can continue to use this vocabulary put together with our verbs. Okay? We are not going to talk about the details about those verbs yet, because that will be saved for part 6. Okay? All we're going to do is use it in sentences and the meaning. We'll deal with the meaning and use them in sentences with our vocabulary, the nouns. So you'll get to see examples with the verbs, okay? And that will help us talk about food and drinks, okay? That will be all for part 3.